We'd like to introduce you to two visitors here at the Monterey Ulster Scots Heritage Centre, Kathy and Karen, all the way from Oklahoma in America, who are descendants and related to the Reverend Francis McKemie.
I'm Karen K. Knauss, and my sister and I decided to do our family genealogy on our grandmother's side, Anna McCamey, and in our research we were led back to Ireland, North Ireland, and to the Francis McKemie line, and so we wrote the book. It's a poetic narrative of our ancestors. Anna McCamey, by way of Ireland. Her ancestors were brought here from Scotland in the Ulster plantation era, and we have descended and followed their journey from Scotland to Ireland to Virginia, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Georgia, Texas, and Oklahoma. I would like to read a few of the poems for you. The poems are written about the actual ancestral members of our family. The first one is titled, On the Hills and in the Fields of Inverness Shire in the Highlands of Scotland. The beloved bluebells grow in the woods and meadows, on the cliffs and shorelines, in sandy soil or gravelly soil, tough and resistant. In spite of their tall, slender stems, papery petals, and delicate appearance, their roots have been divided and their seeds scattered throughout the world. Likewise, the McKemie clan continues to exist throughout the world, with a sense of shared identity and descent that has survived for 15 generations. Ancestral blood flows yet, as blue as the harebell in Scotland. And the second poem I would like to share with you is titled, The Favorite Uncle. Many roads have taken us home to Ramelton, each one leading us to Francis McKemie, who in his youth ran barefoot through wispy grass and creeping buttercups, racing through the wind with his brothers Robert and John, far from their home upon a hill rising gently away from Lough Swilly, where merchant vessels loaded and unloaded wool, barley, and salted fish along the stone quays. It seems appropriate to imagine their soft brown locks tousled by the sea breeze and their blue eyes opened wide in boyhood adventure, with no thoughts of kings and queens or religious strife and persecution. They ran innocently during the eventful years King Charles II granted land in England's new colonies to William Penn. Eventually, the three brothers immigrated. Francis to Virginia, Robert and John to Pennsylvania. Francis could not have known his name would someday become legendary in the history of Ireland and the pursuit of religious freedom in America. Nor could his brothers know their sacrifice and contribution as pioneers would inevitably define the spirit of America. And the third poem I would like to read to you is a poem I wrote in an Irish poetry form. It's a poetic form. And as typical of Irish poetry, it is rhyming. Did dear ones stand hovering, waiting to bid you farewell, to calm your sure shivering and heartfelt anguish dispel? Were heavy clouds gathering to deny your faint shadow a moment of lingering in Ireland so long ago? Or was Swilly shimmering, blessed by the slanting sunshine, were the ship's sails unfurling, catching dreams of your design? Did you grieve or hesitate when flutes played low and lonely? Did you doubt or contemplate? as the dear ones stood sadly. Thank you. Anna McCamey, by way of Ireland, may be purchased on Amazon.com. The author name is Karen K. Knauss, and the book is a poetic narrative of my ancestors from Ireland, from North Ireland. The Francis McKemie line, his brothers were Robert and John, and we are descendants of John McKemie, the brother of Reverend Francis McKemie. Our genealogy dates us back to 1570 to 2019, 15 generations of descendants.